Why did America, out of all the countries in the world, rise to the level of global superpower? Why not China, with its thousands of years of history? Why not Europe, with its great empires? Why not Russia, with its vast land and resources? It's a question that historians debate, but if you look deeper, it's not just about politics or geography. It's about mindset, resilience, vision, and habits. And the truth is, the same qualities that made America rise to the top are the very same qualities you can apply to your own life to rise above your struggles. The story of America's rise is not just a story of nations, it's a story of self-improvement on a massive scale. Nations, after all, are made up of people. And the principles that make nations powerful are the same principles that make individuals strong. Let's begin at the start. America was a young nation. Compared to the ancient civilizations of the world, it had no centuries-old monarchy, no long traditions, no deep-rooted system. Many saw that as a weakness. But America turned it into a strength. Without the weight of old traditions, it had the freedom to experiment, to innovate, to build its own systems from scratch. That's lesson number 1 for your own growth: your past doesn't limit you. Just because you don't come from a perfect background doesn't mean you can't build something extraordinary. Sometimes starting fresh gives you the greatest advantage. Now think about innovation. During the Industrial Revolution, America built railroads that connected the East and West. It created factories, industries, and a workforce that transformed how the world worked. Later came electricity, automobiles, airplanes, computers, and eventually the Internet. America didn't just use technology, it led the way in creating it. That's the same in self-improvement. If you want to grow, you can't keep clinging to old ways. You have to innovate within yourself. Learn new skills, break old patterns, and constantly adapt to change. The world doesn't reward the ones who stay comfortable, it rewards the ones who keep pushing the limits. But no rise comes without struggle. America faced some of the darkest moments any nation could face. The Civil War nearly tore the country apart. The Great Depression left millions jobless and hopeless. And yet, these weren't endings. They were turning points. Instead of collapsing, America rebuilt itself stronger. After the Depression came a new era of economic power. After World War II, America didn't just survive, it became the leader of the free world. The lesson for you? Failure, heartbreak, financial struggles, these moments don't define you unless you let them. They can be your Great Depression, but they can also be your rebirth. Pain can break you, or it can prepare you. The choice is yours. Let's look at World War II more closely. By the time the war ended, much of Europe and Asia lay in ruins. Factories destroyed, cities bombed, economies shattered. But America, separated by oceans, emerged with its industries intact and its economy booming. It didn't just rebuild itself, it helped rebuild the world through the Marshall Plan. That's another lesson: when others fall, you can rise by helping, by contributing, by giving. Growth doesn't only come from focusing on yourself. It also comes from lifting others. In your personal life, the more value you create for others, the more powerful you become. Now, think about the space race. In 1957, the Soviet Union shocked the world by launching Sputnik, the first satellite. America looked behind, maybe even humiliated. But instead of giving up, it turned that setback into fuel. Within 12 years, America put a man on the moon. That's one of the greatest examples of turning failure into motivation. The lesson here is clear: when someone else is ahead of you, when you feel like you're losing, don't quit. Let that fire push you to work harder, smarter, and with more focus. Your setbacks can be the launch pads to your biggest victories. America also became a superpower because of long-term vision. It didn't just think about the next year, it thought in decades. It invested in infrastructure, education, and research. It created alliances, built global influence, and thought beyond the present. That's how personal success works, too. Too many people give up because they want results in a week or a month. But greatness doesn't work that way. Building power in your life requires thinking long-term, building habits, saving money, learning skills, improving health. The results might not show today, but they'll shape the next 10 or 20 years. Another reason was culture. America used not only industry and military but also movies, music, and technology to spread its influence. Hollywood, jazz, rock and roll, later Silicon Valley and social media, all of these made American culture global. The self-improvement lesson: influence matters. It's not enough to work hard in silence. If you want to rise, you also have to learn to share, to communicate, to put yourself out there. Just like America built influence by spreading culture, you build influence by sharing your story, your skills, and your message with the world. And finally, opportunity. America became known as the land of opportunity. It wasn't perfect, but it attracted millions of immigrants with energy, ambition, and dreams. That constant flow of new ideas and hard work fueled growth for centuries. In your life, ask yourself, are you creating opportunity? Are you surrounding yourself with people and environments that push you forward? Or are you closing yourself off? Growth happens when you open yourself to opportunity, when you stay curious, when you bring in new experiences just like America welcomed new people. So let's step back. Why did America become a superpower? Because it dreamed bigger than its limits. Because it innovated instead of copying. Because it turned struggles into strength. Because it thought long-term. Because it built influence. And because it created opportunity. And now the real question: how does this apply to you? If you want to be the superpower of your own life, the same rules apply. Dream bigger than your circumstances. Innovate in your habits. Be resilient in your struggles. Think long-term instead of chasing shortcuts. Share your influence. Create opportunities. America wasn't handed power, it built it through centuries of effort, sacrifice, and persistence. And life won't hand you success either. You'll have to build it, brick by brick, choice by choice, habit by habit. But the story of America proves that even the underdog can rise. That greatness isn't reserved for the chosen few. It's for those who are willing to dream, to endure, and to act. So, are you ready? Are you ready to rise above your limits, to face your struggles, to think bigger than today, and to build yourself into a force to be reckoned with? The world didn't wait for America to be ready, and life won't wait for you. Start building your superpower today.